And today we have the following problem, which is an SAT practice question. So the problem says, a bike rental shop charges $15 per day for road bikes. So let's underline that, for road bikes, and $20 a day for mountain bikes. On Saturday, the shop rented 25 bikes in total and collected $450. Okay, so 25 bikes. It didn't say which type, but 25 in total, and collected $450. How many road bikes are, variable R, and mountain bikes, variable N, were rented? Okay, so this problem right here is a system of equation problem. How do I know? Because we have two variables. So the first variable is the letter R, which represents the road bikes, and the second one is the letter N, which represents the mountain bike. So whenever they give you a system of equations and you have to solve it, first you need to write two variables, means you need to write two equations. So one equation is going to be the amount of money, and the other equation is going to be the amount of bikes. Okay, so let's start. Let's identify the variable. So R is road. Okay, so this is the road bicycles. And then we have, I'm gonna put road bicycles. And then the M is going to be the mountain. Okay, so now that we have identified, mountain. Now that we have identified the variables, we are going to write our two equations. So like I said, the first equation is going to be the total bikes. Road bikes plus mountain bikes. So road bikes plus mountain bikes equals how many bikes they rented? They rented 25. So there you go. That is our first equation. Very simple. I don't know how many road bikes. I don't know how many mountain bikes, but that equals 25. This could be 10 plus 15. This could be 15 here, 10 here. It doesn't matter. But we know that R represents the total number of road bikes, M represents the total number of mountain bikes. Together is 25 of them. The second equation is going to have the money. So the road bikes is $15 a day. So that's going to be 15 multiplied by the total number of road bikes. So that's 15R plus the mountain bikes, which is $20 a day. That will be 20 times M. So when I multiply the $15 times the number of road bikes and I add the $20 times the number of mountain bikes, in total, I'm going to get the total amount of money that they collected, which is $450. So 450. So these are your two equations. So that is your second step. So step one, identify your variable, identify the type of problem, which is a system of equations, because we have two different things here. And then we have to write your equations. Okay, so now that you have the equations, we have three ways to solve system of equations. We can graph them, we can use substitution, and we can use elimination. Okay, I'm not gonna graph it because first of all, they didn't provide graph paper, they didn't provide so I'm not graphing, that's way too much work. The second one is substitution, which I can substitute one of the variables. In order to do that, I'll have to solve for one variable, which I can do that. I can take the first equation and I can say, okay, R plus M equals 25. If I solve for R, I'll get that R is equal to 25 minus M. Okay, and all I did is move that M from here to over there. Okay, and I do that by doing the opposite. If M is adding, to go over there, it has to be subtracting. So now I know that R is 25 minus M. So now to use substitution, I'm gonna take this 25 minus M and I'm gonna put it over here where I see on R on the second equation. So now I'm going to take my equation and I'm going to say that 15 times R, but how much is R? R is 25 minus M. 25 minus M is equal, sorry, not equal, plus 20M is equal to 450. So I'm gonna put plus 20M is equal to 450. So now I am going to solve this equation, and since I don't have any more space, I can write a 450, but you know that's a 450. Since I don't have any more space, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do it here on this side. So you multiply 15 times 25, and how much is 15 times 25? Let's see, calculator. 15 times 25 is 375. So now I have 375 minus, now I multiply 15 times m, so that's 15m, and I'm gonna try to do it small so I can have space. 15m plus 20m equals 450. Remember, we had the 450 that I couldn't fit on the other equation, so that's 450. Okay, I apologize for not having a lot of space, but you get what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm gonna solve this equation. First, like terms. So we have this one and this one are like terms. Why? Because they both have the variable n. So now, important, you see that minus in there? So that makes that negative 15. So when you combine them, you say negative 15m plus 20m. So negative 15 plus 20m is just 5m. So now I have 5m. So let me erase this over here. So I'm gonna erase this over here, and I'm gonna erase this space over here. I'm gonna erase this so I can continue here. Okay, so now I have 375 because I didn't do anything to that. The only thing I did is combine like terms. And when I have 15, negative 15 plus 20m, that gives me positive 5m. So that's plus 5m equals 450. So now I have a two-step equation. So let's solve the equation. So I have to get rid of the 375. And when I get rid of the 375, I'm going to subtract 375. So I subtract 375 from here. That will cancel it. And when I subtract 375 from here, I get 450 minus 375, and that gives me 75. So 5m equals 75. And my last step is to get rid of the 5, and I will do that by dividing, because the opposite of multiplication is division. So I am going to divide 75 by 5, and when I do that, I get an answer of 15. So m is 15. And what is m? M is the mountain bikes. So if I sold 15 mountain bikes, how many road bikes? I sold 10 because there were 25 in total. So my answer is 15 mountain bikes. I'm going to put it here next to the end, and 10 road bikes. Okay, thank you. I hope you like this video and you are able to do problems that involve system of equations. Have a good day.